In April 2024, as spring blooms outside, the gaming world offers a diverse array of new releases. Here are the biggest game releases of April 2024. Get ready for April 2nd, when Withering Rooms launches on Xbox Series and PS5. It's a 2.5D horror adventure set in a procedurally generated Victorian mansion. Imagine Silent Hill as an arcade game not like the actual Silent Hill arcade game they made. On the 4th, brace yourself for Beat Slayer, a title that might sound like a Beat Saber clone, but it's actually an isometric roguelike rhythm-based hack-and-slash adventure on PC. Get ready to battle robots in this unique rhythmic combat experience. Additionally, on PC, there's Gallowspire Survivors, a roguelike set in the universe of the second most popular fantasy tabletop RPG. It's transitioned from early access to its official 1.0 version, offering players a bona fide gaming experience. Dive into the world of Pathfinder in this exciting release. Launching across all platforms is Freedom Planet 2, a vibrant pixel platformer. Available on PC, PS5, and all Xbox consoles, dive into its colorful world and embark on a thrilling adventure. Turbo Golf Racing exits early access, transforming the golfing experience similar to what Rocket League did for soccer. Picture playing with miniature cars, akin to actual tiny vehicles, rather than just golf carts. If you haven't been following, it's definitely worth checking out. Arriving on April 5th for PC is Sons of Valhalla, a side-scrolling strategy game infused with robust base building and intense battles. With its placement on numerous wish lists, it has the potential to emerge as one of this month's unexpected smash hits. April 9th marks the release of Children of the Sun on PC. It's a unique shooter where you control the bullet, blending elements of Sniper Elite and Super Hot. With a gritty comic book aesthetic reminiscent of the movie Wanted, this game promises thrilling action. Keep an eye on this one. On the 9th, the 5v5 MOBA-inspired hero shooter Gigantic receives its definitive Rampage edition, launching on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC platforms. April 10th sees the stealthy release of Ereban Shadow Legacy on PC. While the release date isn't a surprise, this stealth platformer will have you performing covert maneuvers to outmaneuver your foes. House Flipper 2 debuts on new-gen consoles. This game about real estate renovation might sound familiar, but just like a refurbished property, it's been given a fresh update. With new features and enhancements, let's hope it fetches above asking price this time around. Finally, on the 10th, PC players receive yet another fantasy title. This open-world, top-down RPG features wizards, dragons, and more. Its lighthearted title suggests it doesn't take itself too seriously, which is quite refreshing. Also on the 11th, Infection Free Zone enters early access on PC. Unlike typical zombie games, this top-down strategy game allows players to select any real-world location, complete with buildings, to serve as their base camp. Here, survivors can work together to rebuild society. It's akin to Plague Inc., but on a more personal level. It's a fascinating concept where you can test your zombie apocalypse plans, whether it's barricading a local shopping mall or defending your high school from the undead. On April 16th, Obsidian's survival game Grounded expands its audience with releases on PS4, PS5, and Nintendo Switch. Version 1.4 will also be rolled out, likely including bug fixes alongside new insect-related content. Also on the same day, Europa launches on PC. It's an exploration-focused open-world game where players navigate using a jetpack, offering a serene experience free of any large spiders. Moon Studios, known for their acclaimed Ori games, now ventures into the isometric action RPG genre with No Rest for the Wicked. While the isometric view might evoke thoughts of Diablo, the gameplay is said to resemble Dark Souls more closely. Expect challenging combat where rolling with or away from punches is essential. The game launches in early access on PC on the 18th. Arc Runner, the co-op cyberpunk roguelike, arrives on all consoles nearly a year after its PC release. Arc Runner, the co-op cyberpunk roguelike, arrives on all consoles nearly a year after its PC release. Additionally, Umurangi Generation, a first-person photography game set in a dystopian future reminiscent of Sludge Life, expands its platforms to include PS4 and PS5 on the 18th. Moreover, a dedicated VR version launches on PSVR 2 and Meta Quest on the same day. On the 22nd, Dead Island 2 makes its way to Steam after a year of Epic Games Store exclusivity. For Steam users eagerly anticipating a sequel to 2011's Dead Island, one more year of waiting won't hurt. Get ready to enjoy smashing zombies in the face with an electric shovel. On the 23rd, Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes finally releases. This Suikoden spiritual successor, overseen by Yoshitaka Maruyama, creator of the first two Suikoden games, gained massive attention on Kickstarter in 2020. Originally set for 2022, the release was delayed due to the challenge of creating a JRPG with 100 unique playable characters. Nonetheless, the wait is over as it launches on all platforms. Also on that day, Tales of Kenzura Zao debuted. Initially perceived as a Metroidvania, it encompasses much more. Directed by Abubakar Salim, known for his roles in Assassin's Creed Origins and HBO's Raised by Wolves, it draws from Banta folklore and his experiences with South African tribal groups during the show's production. Inspired by his grief over his father's death, Salim describes the game as a metaphor for navigating grief, mirroring the gradual acquisition of tools in a Metroidvania. It's a poignant example of channeling tragedy creatively, offering a glimpse into the human side of game development. Available on new-gen consoles, Switch, and PC. If you're craving something lighter, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade Wrath of the Mutants is out for all platforms. This 2017 arcade game, based on the 2012 cartoon paying homage to the classic 1991 beat-em-up Turtles in Time, is likely to resonate with fans of Shredder's Revenge. Everyone has their favorite version of the Turtles, but each iteration showcases the character's timeless appeal. Despite initial reservations about the CG animation in the 2012 series, subsequent adaptations, like the Michael Bay Turtles and Rise of the TMNT, have kept the franchise alive and vibrant. It's heartening to see younger fans nostalgic for versions of the Turtles that still feel new, bridging generations of fans. On April 25th, get ready for the release of Saga Emerald Beyond on PlayStation, Switch, and PC, the latest installment in Square Enix's vast JRPG franchise. Additionally, on the same day, another Crab's Treasure drops on all platforms except PS4. Despite its cartoonish look, this game is a Souls-like, meaning it will likely provide a significant challenge. However, it could also serve as an entry point for newcomers to the genre. On April 26th, Sandland launches on PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Created by Akira Toriyama, the mastermind behind Dragon Ball, this open-world vehicular action RPG draws inspiration from one of his lesser-known manga series. Playing as the formidable demon Prince Beelub, you traverse the desert landscape, battling monsters with your bare hands and an array of vehicles stored in Dino Caps. The game features vehicles reminiscent of those seen in Dragon Ball, including a modified motorcycle with added firepower and Emperor POF's iconic mech suit. Toriyama's distinctive designs and love for vehicles shine through in this nostalgic adventure. On the same day, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba sweep the board releases, offering a Mario Party-style experience set in the Demon Slayer universe. It's surprising we haven't seen more licensed games adopting this approach, where various mini-games are woven into a larger board game format. While not advocating for more of these games, the concept presents a simpler alternative to full-fledged campaigns. On a more ambitious note, Stellar Blade launches on PS5, resembling a visually heightened version of Nier Automata with elements of Souls-like bosses. It's visually stunning, reminiscent of blending various modern video game aesthetics into Unreal Engine 5. Whether this plethora of visual styles is appealing or overwhelming depends on personal preference. If you're up for a gaming experience akin to drinking a giant gulp filled with every soda flavor, then this game might be just for you. Manor Lords debuts on PC on the same day. This medieval strategy game boasts breathtaking graphics reminiscent of a Peter Bruegel painting come to life. Its depiction of fields is so realistic, it could be mistaken for actual landscapes. On the 30th, Braid receives an anniversary edition available on all platforms, with an exclusive release on iOS and Android for Netflix subscribers. While technically 2024 marks the 15th anniversary since its initial release on PC, PS3, and macOS in 2008, it's celebrated as the 15th anniversary due to its staggered release in 2009. Given the game's theme of time manipulation, one could argue it's a fitting nod to call it the 20th anniversary, though that might require Jonathan Blow to break character, which seems unlikely. PlayStation owners will finally have the chance to explore the once Xbox exclusive Sea of Thieves, now arriving on PS5.